What's going on, wrestling fans? This is RJ Game News USA here, and today I'm going to go over my WrestleMania 41 predictions, and I have a special guest here, Scooter. Scooter, say hi to the audience.
Hello, everybody.
Woo! Who's excited for WrestleMania season? Um, Before we jump right into it, what are your thoughts on WrestleMania season? What do you think? Do you think they're having a good WrestleMania season so far, or do you think it sucks?
um, I think it kind of sucks, honestly. I feel like it's pretty much on par with WrestleMania 10.
Oh, a 10 or 11?
10, the 10, that's the one where they was outside, right, at, Las Vegas?
WrestleMania 9 was outside. Um,
Well, what was the one that, well, anyway, it was, one of them where they was at Vegas and it was outside and it was shitty.
yeah. Well, WrestleMania 11 had Lawrence Taylor versus,
Bam Bam Bigelow.
yeah, has the main event. So I don't think it's that bad. Um, Usually WrestleMania is built on four really good matches, typically, and then it fills out from there. To me, there's only one match in this entire card that feels like WrestleMania. I think you know which one that is.
Cena and
Yeah.
Rhodes.
Everything else is interesting. I do think that the bar is so low that I could see it actually being good.
It's gonna be a better show than what it's putting on to be. That's how it normally, that's usually how WWE is.
Yeah, the shows leading up to it maybe not inspire much confidence, but the actual show itself is pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
So let's jump into it. We have a predicted match card here from Bleacher Report. We're gonna run through it.
Okay.
According to them, night one, the opening match should be World Heavyweight Championship between Jey Uso and Gunther. What are your thoughts on the match, and who do you think is going to win, and what do you think is going to happen?
I agree. I think that should open the night one because obviously, I mean, yeah, he won the Royal Rumble, and they say, oh, whoever wins the Royal Rumble, they're the main event. Well, no, and it's just Jay he's entertaining, but he's not main event worthy. I mean, yes, he's over as fuck, and that's the reason why he's put in this position that he is in, because he's over and everything. So I do think that Jay will win. And no, I don't think it's gonna be a squash.
It'll be a good match.
If it's a squash, I'm gonna riot.
Imagine Jey Uso squashing Gunther.
Yeah, he sends a super kick and then a splash and it's over.
No, I don't think it'll be a squash either. I do think it was a mistake to have Jey Uso win the Royal Rumble. And obviously, WWE recognizes it's a mistake because it's not the main event. It looks like it's probably going to end up being an opener for night one. So, I mean...
But we've seen this year in, year out, though, for the last couple years. Like last year, it was Seth against Drew for the title. Or, it was Seth against Drew, and Drew won. And then Damian Priest came out with the briefcase and cashed in.
Well, something's got to change because the Royal Rumble winners should be the main event. And these two world championship thing they have going on isn't quite working when one world championship seems to be completely devalued to the other one. It's time to really evaluate the championship situation and what the Rumble and Elimination Chamber are all about. That being said, I think they're going to swerve us. I think Gunther's going to win.
He could win. He could win, and but I mean, I don't know who would beat him for the title unless they have Orton or somebody, beat him for the title because I mean the next pay per view is Backlash, and that's in St. Louis.
We'll see what they end up doing. I do think maybe the winner of the Rollins Punk Roman triple threat might have the inside track maybe and faces Gunther. I don't know. It's a tough call, actually. I think everybody's thinking Jey Uso, but they could easily just change their mind, swerve on him, and just give it to Gunther and say, "Hey, Jey, it's just not working out, man." But what's weird is the entire crowd loves him, and this crowd in general, this WrestleMania crowd for WrestleMania season, they've been hot. Like so many chants, lots of cheering, and I don't get it.
If he wins, that crowd's gonna be fucking go bonkers.
Right, it's really weird because it's like I'm seeing some of the most piss poor storylines going into WrestleMania season, but I've never seen the crowd eat it up so much. I just don't understand.
I mean, honestly, when was the last time we really seen somebody, a crowd gravitate towards somebody as much as, Jey?
Well, it's not just Jey either. It's, when you're talking about just the whole WrestleMania season, the crowd saying F you Cena and just saying Roman Reigns, and all these chants they do now. I don't know if they just want to just take everything over, and that's what the whole appeal is, or if they're just red hot for everything, but I don't get it at all. Triple H said in a recent interview that he doesn't think that the internet fans matter all that much, and he only cares about the people that are in attendance or watching at home. But
you don't care about the marks.
Yeah, but I mean there are a lot of complaints going on, and the revenue's down, so we'll see what they end up doing for WrestleMania season.
This past week, the Raw rating was down. I'm guessing.
Yeah, which isn't good going into Mania. But we'll see. Hopefully the match is good. And the next match we got going on is the World Tag Team Championships. The War Raiders defend their title against the New Day. I'm going with the New Day, personally. Who do you got?
I'm going with the New Day because the War Raiders they're, they come from Ring of Honor and back, and then, back then they was great. And then, they had all that hype. They came into NXT. I mean, you even said you liked their entrance in NXT when they first came in there.
Right.
That was around the time NXT was, still hot and everything. And, and then they made that botch when they came to Raw or whatever. Vince, what was it,
the Viking Experience.
Yeah, I remember when that first happened, you shit all over it.
Oh yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this?
But yeah, I don't have much to say about this match. I don't know what the build is to it or anything.
This is the thing, though. This is what they should have done. They should have made this Viking rules match. They should have added some stipulation to this match to make it better.
Yeah, this feels like a match you could easily get on Raw.
More like freaking Evolve.
Yeah, so far, first two matches in, we have a title match between Uso and Gunther, which we've already seen before, haven't we?
And 3 times.
Yeah, and we have this tag team titles match that could have been on a Raw.
And this match is like their 5th time fighting each other. Within the last couple years.
But yeah, I don't know what the story is to this. I'm just hoping we get a good tag team wrestling match. If we get good matches out of stuff, yeah, we may lack some story, but just give me a fucking enjoyable night at least.
Right.
The next match, I have a little bit of interest for. I'll admit, a little bit of interest. Jade Cargill versus Naomi. How do you see that playing out?
Well, it depends on what they're going to do. If this is a one-off, then yes, Jade should win. If it's not a one-off, then Naomi needs to win.
And to be clear, Naomi's the heel in this, right?
Yes.
Because
Naomi's the one that injured Jade Cargill, threw her off the loading dock onto a car.
Well, let's put pen to paper on this one. Who do you got?
I got... this is a hard one because...
It is.
Because you don't know which way the story's gonna go. If they're gonna continue the feud, or if it's just gonna be a one-off. I mean, yes, this is Jade's first match, like one-on-one big match. You know,
this is 50-50 right here. Honestly, you can make a case for either or, which is good. I do like some of the matches being unpredictable.
I think Jade will win.
I'm gonna go opposite here. I'll say Naomi. I do think we're gonna lead into something more, but either honestly, to me, that's a coin flip.
Well, that goes with what I just said. It just depends on which way they're gonna go.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it like I have some more faces winning later in the card, so I'm trying to balance it out a little bit.
Like I do agree that Naomi will win probably, but I just have to go with. I guess my gut.
Gut says Cargill.
Yeah, but now if you're booking, now we've watched so much WWE that we know how they book. So that's the reason why if it was me looking, like it's looking through the WWE booking, then probably Naomi will win.
Now I will say this, and this is true. Historically, when we pick WrestleMania matches, my record fucking sucks. And your record is awesome.
Within the last 2 to 3 years, I've probably only lost, I've gotten matches wrong maybe, I say 4 or 5 times.
Dude, my usual WrestleMania record is 3-10.
Yeah.
It's fucking bad. I always get it way off what they want to do for WrestleMania. There's times where I'm like, hey, they're going to change a bunch of champions, and they don't. And there's times I'm like, oh, all these champions are going to retain. Then they all flip. Oh, or I think it's a heavy face WrestleMania, they go heel. It's a heavy heel WrestleMania, they go face.
All that started the WrestleMania whenever Asuka and Charlotte fought each other.
Yeah, there's also some other bullshit with Shinsuke, I think.
Yeah. It was Shinsuke and I think AJ.
Well, anyway, I think the worst match on the card is next. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. I don't even know who the fuck that last guy is.
Chad Gable.
Oh, Chad Gable? Okay, I'm gonna go Rey Mysterio.
I'm actually gonna go Chad Gable.
Alright.
El Grande Americano, because I can see this go on, and eventually they will have a mask versus mask match. And Rey Mysterio will win.
So
and we will find out that El Grande El Mexicano is Chad Gable.
Okay, so it's not. They haven't officially said it's Chad Gable, but it's Chad Gable.
Yes.
Okay.
They just have it as some luchador.
Do you have any interest in that match, or is it a throwaway match for you too?
This throwaway match.
Yeah, I agree. This could have been on Raw.
The bathroom break.
The whole fucking half the card so far is a bathroom break on night 1. Then we got this. The United States Championship match. L.A. Knight versus Jacob Fatu. And I believe I get first pick on this one. And I'm going to say... I honestly should pick the other guy. But... Man, I like LA Knight too much. LA Knight's retaining.
Yeah, I think LA Knight will retain because of Solo Sikoa. I think he's there to try to come down and help, and they're going to end up fucking him over somehow.
Right, so it's going to appear to a lot of... It's interesting both me and you think LA Knight's going to win, because I think a lot of people think Fatu's going to win, but I think me and you see a bigger picture here of, instead of him just winning the U.S. title... It's going to be some kind of screwbally job that causes Fatu and Solo to fight.
Yep.
So how's LA's title... Oops, my dogs are barking. Okay. How does LA Knight's title run, how's it going?
Lackluster.
So he's not the guy then, is he?
He's entertaining and everything. It's just, I don't know. He just hasn't really. It just hasn't seemed. It's just been boring.
Is he a one note kind of promo guy? Like I got one style of promo and
He is okay. He is one-liners. Yes, he can cut a promo, but as long as it's not a long promo.
and then how about Fatu? Is he succeeding at all? Because I haven't been paying attention to him.
Fatu, yes, he will be a main eventer within the next year or two.
You know what? I'm gonna switch.
Which I watched Jacob Fatu for I've known him like a couple of years ago. I found him a couple of years ago.
I'm gonna.
He was the MLW champion. He was undefeated for almost 4 years. He was champion for 3 years.
You know what? I think I'm gonna switch my pick. I'm gonna go with Fatu.
I'm gonna go with LA Knight.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go Fatu here, and maybe Solo and Fatu could fight down the road for the U.S. title. But LA Knight's maybe he's went stale. I mean, I liked him like a year ago, honestly.
Oh yeah, he's still over as shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, but a lot of these guys are over, but are they really doing anything to satisfy me personally? Not really. Okay, this next match. Holy shit, there is some fucking smoke on this one. The WWE Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton defending against Charlotte Flair. Oh, God help me. It's your pick first, buddy. What do you think?
Well, did you see the whole debacle that happened a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, Charlotte went in business for herself.
Yeah, and told Tiffany that her boyfriend was in her DMs.
I kind of actually, you know what? Honestly, I think that makes the feud a little better.
I think. Oh man, it's Charlotte Flair.
You going with Charlotte? They're just racking up her title wins at this point.
Right. I think Tiffany will win.
You do?
Well, I want Tiffany to win, but I mean, I really think Charlotte will. But I'm gonna pick different. I'm gonna think outside the box, and I'm gonna have Tiffany to win.
I'd hate to say it, man. Tiffany Stratton's awesome. I don't think she should be a face, though. And her title run hasn't been long enough. I think Charlotte should do the duty for her, but she's not. So
yeah, because it's Charlotte.
So yeah, I'm trying to get a good record here. So Charlotte is gonna win, and the crowd's gonna fucking hate it. But you know what? Maybe the hope here is, and this is what I really hope happens. Then I will be okay with Charlotte winning it. If she wins and she does a full-blown heel, like bitching at the crowd and all that the next night, and, you know, really embrace being a heel, that could work. But she's been a heel before, but just the problem is they switch her between heel and face a lot.
She's been heel and face more than probably Big Show or Kane.
Yeah, but there's people that keep saying, like BC Amplified, he keeps saying, you need to turn Charlotte heel like you did Roman. But we've already been down this road a lot.
Yep.
Do it one more time. Turn her heel. You know, make her do like a Triple H heel gimmick where she says, I had my golden shovel out for Tiffany Stratton. You know, play that up. Play it up. Like, you know that you're in there because of your father.
Play it up that, you know, she's done that to all of her opponents.
Yeah. Turn that actual, go away heat, turn it into heel heat. Real heel heat.
Yeah.
So, interesting. So far, we're 6 matches in, and we only agree on one match. We agree on the New Day. Let's see. The main event of Saturday night, we got CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Paul Heyman is in CM Punk's corner. And, God, honestly, this could go any way. This literally could go any direction. But, I'm going to roll with my guy, CM Punk.
Well, just like you said, this could go any way. I mean, there's a couple ways we can look at this. Of course, easily he could help Roman. Easily he could help Punk. Then easily he could turn and be a Seth Rollins guy. But also, he don't even have to do nothing. Maybe Punk and Roman nag so much and, kind of push and pull, Heyman, hey, go here, and Heyman gets tired of it, and maybe he just leaves. Or, but this is how this is what I think. I think Rollins is gonna win. He's gonna pin CM Punk.
And do you think it's a Seth Rollins heel turn?
Yes, I think he will get that monkey off his back and finally pin Punk.
And he'll turn heel.
Yes.
I feel like I see a completely different vision for the match, although I could see that happening. I think Punk's going to win. And I actually think Paul Heyman's actually going to be a face with Punk. And I think if you go off of Gunther winning, and then or Cena winning the next night, we'll see what happens there. One of those two, a heel champion, whether it's Cena or Gunther, that's going to be Punk's next focus, probably for SummerSlam. And so that's why I think Punk winning the big main event at WrestleMania on a night one, has a face with Paul Heyman in his corner. I could see him going either after Cena or Gunther by SummerSlam, and the crowd still loves him a lot, so that's why it's hard to turn him heel. But I could see how Rollins could do that. But, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Neither one of us picked Roman.
Well, yeah, because at this point, I mean, it's not going to hurt for him to lose.
Roman's a made man.
Roman's not going to be pinned. Either way, he's not going to be pinned.
I agree with you there. Roman will neither win or be pinned. He'll be the odd one out. Agreed.
Because that's pretty much what he is in this whole thing. He's the side chick. He's the third wheel.
Are you sure? Because I feel like this feud feels like it's more Punk versus Roman because of Paul Heyman, and Seth is the third wheel.
Well, there's just so much hatred from Punk and Rollins.
Now, I did hear a lot of people say this match makes no sense.
Right.
Why is CM Punk in the main event this way? And, ultimately, I think this match got put in the main event because it's just a bigger, better match than Jey Uso versus Gunther.
It is. And there's more, to me, it's like, there's more that can happen. There's a bigger picture.
Yeah. There is. I'm not going to shit all over the match. It's the best match on Saturday. It just is.
By leaps and bounds.
Yeah, so I think it's right to be the main event, even though it's for the wrong reasons and without a belt on the line. But yeah. You ready for night two?
If there was a belt on the line, this match would be even way more important.
There could have been. Really easily. If they had thought about it ahead of time, they could have had Rollins beat Gunther at Royal Rumble and held the title going into this match.
Yep.
But instead, they kept Gunther champion because they have to have their fucking champions last for a year now. And then they wanted to put Jey Uso in the spotlight. So, and then now that's not the main event, and this is. So, I don't know what they accomplished. But, anyway, are you ready for night two?
Yeah.
All right. So night 2 gets 6 matches. The last few years when they've done the split nights, there's been 7 matches on night 1 and 6 matches on night 2. Just the way they split it, I don't know. But you'll be picking this match first.
Okay.
We have a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship, which is what Bleacher Report thinks will be the opening match of WrestleMania, which will be interesting because that means night 1 you had the World Championship open a match, and at night 2 you could have the Women's World Championship open a match. And we're talking about Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. Who do you got?
I have Io Sky winning because
Wow.
Belair and Rhea, there's gonna be too much, there's gonna be too much bullshit between them. They're gonna, because Io's been the third wheel. They push and shove Io around like she's just a fly on the wall, like they're like she's bothering them, like she don't even belong in the match.
And she's the champion.
Yes.
That's weird booking. Do you like this feud? Does this triple threat make sense?
I mean, it should just be, honestly, it should just be Rhea versus Belair.
Yeah, they might have made a mistake with Io Sky winning that belt, but honestly, she has impressed me in the ring.
She's a good wrestler.
But
she puts on good matches.
The mic skills aren't there. She's not a complete package like Rhea and Belair. So this is just another example of them trying to get everybody on the card. And I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley.
You're going to go with Rhea?
Yeah, I mean, this is where I fall into a trap at WrestleMania. I have a habit of picking some of my favorites, and that the favorites don't always win, but, it doesn't make much sense for Rhea to be champion.
Well, I can also see easily something happening because with the whole, Naomi and Jay Cargill and the Bianca thing, I could see easily, since it's night 2, I could see Naomi come out and interfere and cause Bianca to lose.
Yeah, I will.
That could lead into what you said, Rhea winning.
This match feels unpredictable. It feels like it could go any direction, and that I do like.
Well, but I'm gonna go Io Sky.
Yeah, it's a lot like the other triple threat match that we're getting. It's just you could make a case for any one of them. I do think though that if Io were to lose, she's taking the pin while the other one is not taking the pin.
Right.
But if Io wins, she probably does it by pinning Rhea. And not Bianca. I don't know. That's just my feelings. Okay, second match. It's a fatal 4-way for the Intercontinental Championship. This I have no fucking idea. Braun Breaker.
This is easy.
Oh, it's easy, huh? Well, you got Braun Breaker. Oh wait, I know what I'm gonna pick. I think I know what you're gonna pick too. Braun Breaker is champion versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic. I'm going with Penta.
I'm going Dominic.
Really? So this is easy. Dominic? What's going on there?
This is the thing. Dominic's the roll-up Finn.
Oh, so this is about the Judgment Day stuff.
Yep.
You know what I'm thinking, Penta? I'm thinking...
because it's Penta?
I'm thinking Penta because he came in red fucking hot. And, they sing his praises all the time. I could see him being the champ.
Just like I said, I think, Dominic, he's going to slide in there, get the win. He's going to steal the win from Finn. Dominic's going to win. You might have Finn and Dominic fight over the title, whatever. But eventually, what's going to happen? Finn might end up being Dominic, and then you're going to end up having whoever wins between them, they'll fight Penta for the title at SummerSlam or something, and Penta will win.
Now, I do notice Braun Breaker is the Intercontinental Champion, which I'll be honest, I didn't know that before I just read that sentence. Um, how has he been as the champion?
Yeah, he's been okay.
Is this the second coming of Brock Lesnar, or is that too much hype?
Goldberg.
Goldberg, huh? Well, if it's a
no.
fatal four way with that's not elimination, Braun Breaker's not taking the fucking pin.
Oh yeah, he's not taking the pin.
In fact, whether I'm right and it's Penta, or whether you're right and it's Dominic, I think we could both agree Finn Balor's taking that pin.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, moving on to AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Isn't this like the second time we've got this at WrestleMania?
No, this is the first.
Who has Logan Paul faced at WrestleMania the last few years? Oh, he faced Rollins. Rollins, that's who I was thinking of.
Rollins, I think Rey Mysterio is in a tag match with The Miz. Anyways, I think... I feel like... I think AJ's gonna win.
No way. I'll take the opposite on that one. Logan Paul. They always give this kind of match to Logan Paul, but they'll only give him so much, and then they'll stop him just short of like being the champion.
I think AJ's gonna win.
Yeah, I couldn't disagree more on that one. That's one we definitely will disagree on. I think heels need to win some more of these matches because you're gonna have a lot of face wins. Logan Paul's an easy heel to win this sort of match. And I do think AJ needs to win more.
Logan got the last laugh last night.
That's true.
Whatever on Raw.
But you can't tip your hand all the time and say, "Oh, last laugh."
But I think AJ needs to win. AJ needs this more than Logan because AJ hasn't won a match in forever.
Yeah, AJ needs it. He needs this badly, and I don't think they're gonna fucking give it to him. Logan is a HHH guy.
Well, what I would like to see, sometime I'd like to see Logan against Bad Bunny.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be a big match. Or Logan and his brother team up together, win the titles or something. That'd be pretty cool.
I'm still waiting for Conor McGregor to come to the WWE.
Yeah, well, good luck.
So one match I see that's not listed on here, Randy Orton, wasn't he supposed to face a mystery opponent?
Yes.
Because that's not listed.
Right. That's the reason why it's not listed, because it's just going to be one of those things where Randy just comes out, and then what's-his-face is going to come out, the general manager is going to come out and say, "You want a match? Okay." And then a mystery opponent's going to come out. Now, this is the thing. This is where it gets dangerous. If you're going to have someone big come back like Aleister Black against Orton, you're not having Aleister Black lose.
No.
So, the thing is, they re-signed Rusev just here recently. That's another thing. So, do you have Rusev fight him and he lose? That's the thing. Or, what you could do is, I know this is going to sound stupid, now, the whole thing also, Orton's been having a thing with Solo here lately. So, do you have Solo and Tama Tonga, and then you have Orton come out with a mystery partner, and then that's, say, Aleister Black or Rusev?
You could, but one thing that's concerning is you don't have Solo on the card, you don't have Sami Zayn on the card, you don't have a lot of... Oh, he's hurt? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it does make sense that Orton would be on night 2 since there's one less match listed, I would think. But whoever is the returning opponent, they have to go over, or else that return just falls flat.
That's the reason why I'm saying I don't think it will be Aleister Black, because his thing says he's on his, what you want to call it, on his promo it says the 25th. Basically, in Roman numerals. So, I mean, I don't know.
Well, wait a minute.
It could still be Nick Aldis, the general manager. I mean, that could still be, they kind of teased it.
What kind of opponent could come out just to lose to Orton? Because I can't think of one they would return just for that reason.
Rusev.
Just to take an L? That would be quite a re-debut.
But it's WWE.
Yeah, and I also find it hard to believe Orton just taking a loss.
Well, that's the reason why it's hard, because the next month is in St. Louis. You're not gonna have him going into St. Louis losing.
Well, also could there be? I'm just throwing it out there. Could Orton, maybe he doesn't have a match. Maybe he's involved in the main event in some way, screwing over Cody or helping Cody.
Yeah, that could be.
We'll have to wait and see on Orton. We don't really have much information to go off of.
Right.
Then we have a Sin City street fight between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. And
I have Drew McIntyre winning.
Yeah, I think so too. I think honestly, this has almost been a year in the making as far as a rivalry goes. Because it was just last WrestleMania, Damian cashed in that briefcase.
Yeah, because of CM Punk.
But honestly, that title run was really fucking pathetic, and it was a transitional title run. It was nothing. He should have never been champion.
Well, I don't think, Seth ended up getting hurt, and so he took some time off, so that's the reason why he lost the title. Because otherwise, it would have been him against Gunther at SummerSlam.
Yep. Yeah, and like I said, we just talked about Seth should have revisited a Gunther match. I don't know if they faced before. Have they fought before?
No.
Oh yeah, Seth should have beat Gunther at Royal Rumble and set up Rollins, Punk, and Roman at WrestleMania in the main event. That should have a title on the line. Like, that's stupid that didn't happen. They didn't have the foresight to do that. Whatever. I guess they figure, well, the title match makes the J match bigger than what it would be otherwise, and then, our triple threat without the title's big enough. Could be their reasoning, but it's stupid. Alright, well, Women's Tag Team Championship match. Bayley and Lila Valkyria versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. I got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez hands down.
I do too. Because there's going to end up being something. Bayley's going to turn heel, I feel like, or something on Lyra. Because Lyra, they had just had a feud over the title.
Well, I mean, I'll put it simply. To me, the Women's Tag Team Championship means absolutely fucking nothing. But if you're going to have them on somebody, it might as well be Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez because they have a little something.
Yep.
So, keep it on them. Any other comments on that match? Are you ready for the big one?
Next.
Alright, so here we go. This is the main event you've all been waiting for. And I went back and forth on it. We have the undisputed WWE Championship match. Cody Rhodes defending his title versus John Cena. Cody's been champion for a full year after beating Roman. And now he faces John Cena in the championship match. What do you think? Lay it out for me. Whole thing. What you think's going to win. How you think it's going to happen. All of it.
You have to have Cena to win. Like, why turn him heel and you make this big thing just for him to lose, and then what? Turn back to face?
You know what gives me pause? Is when he says, I'm going to go home with the belt. Well, then that means he's ending the belt legacy. But is that a lie? Is he just going to be back on Monday and be like, sorry, I'm just kidding. I'm just going to defend the belt now?
Well, it could be like a CM Punk thing. Like maybe he comes out with the spinner belt. Maybe it's the end of that title. And he brings back the spinner belt.
Okay, so you think it's a play on words?
It could be.
Well, I mean, so Cena has to win, right? So you say Cena.
I also could see to where something happens and Cena realizes what he's done and it costs him. And maybe Cody's the one that kind of cheats a little bit. Not like really like intentionally trying, not really intentionally like cheating, but like he does.
Well, I think me and you think Cena has to win because there is a long list of heels that Cody already ran through, and there's so many faces in the company that if Cena's champion, he can fight those faces now as champion.
Yeah.
And it just logically makes sense.
Cena don't have to have a long run, but he could have it for a couple months, and Cody could win it back. At SummerSlam or something.
Well, certainly you could have Cena. There's two opponents I'm thinking of that Cena can defeat, and still be champion. Orton and Punk.
Yeah.
Right? So he defends it against Orton at the St. Louis pay-per-view or whatever.
Yeah, Backlash.
So the crowd's red hot against Cena. And then he defends it against Punk at SummerSlam. And maybe he drops it to Cody at Survivor Series before he ends up retiring.
Well, there's also a speculation going around that there's going to be the match at Backlash is going to be Cena and Travis Scott against Cody and Orton.
Travis Scott as the wrestler.
Yes, because he's been at the Performance Center.
That's fucking wild, if that's true. That's wild.
But anyways, I think Cena has to win.
Well, more importantly, though, how does he do it? Because it's going to be some cheating involved. Obviously, The Rock's going to be there, but then Cody should have his own people that come out there to give him a hand, right? Or does he lose all that help that he had last year?
I'm saying Stone Cold's going to screw over Cody.
So, Stone Cold. Okay, so Stone Cold, The Rock, Travis Scott. Who helps Cody in all this?
Well, just like you said, I can see Orton.
Yeah, Orton.
I can see Jay.
You know what? I think you nailed it on the head. I think it's Orton. I think Orton may not have an opponent. It's not listed here. I don't think it... I'm thinking maybe Orton gets involved that way, and so he's in the main event.
So you think Orton is the one that accidentally screws over Cody?
No, I'm thinking more like Orton tries to help Cody against The Rock and Travis Scott, and that's working. And then I'm thinking your Stone Cold idea could happen.
Because if you think about it, who's Stone Cold's number one rival, pretty much? Rock. And they've always hated each other on screen.
But now Stone Cold will turn to his side.
Yes.
Yeah, Stone Cold. I could see Stone Cold stepping in and stopping Orton. And then that's it for Cody. Cena wins.
No. That's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is Stone Cold's going to come out at whenever, say The Rock or Cody. So I could say he's going to come out whenever maybe Rock is just got done giving, people's elbow or the Rock Bottom Runner. Stone Cold comes out. Stone Cold acts like he's going to aim for Rock, but he's going to get Cody. Or if he's gonna act like he's gonna get Cena, he's gonna get Cody with the stunner.
Well, we'll see if there's that much fuckery going on like there was in last year's WrestleMania. But either way, that's by far, would you agree, that's by far the most interesting match?
Yes.
And the only one to me that really feels like WrestleMania. So at the beginning we talked about what are the big four matches. I think the big four matches are that Cody Cena match, the Punk Rollins and Roman match. Those are definitely the two. And then I think the next one they really want to promote is probably the Rhea Io Sky Bianca match. And then Jay and Gunther.
Oh, okay, I have a question. So, what would it take from your fans for you to have a live reaction to the one of the nights?
It's probably not going to be a live reaction. It'll probably be recorded like this and premiered. You know what I'm saying?
So even if your fans gave a big, like, just make this crazy and they want and everything, you wouldn't.
1,000. This video here gets 1,000 likes. Instead of a premiere after WrestleMania, we will do a live stream instead from computer, which I usually don't do. I usually do live stream from game console. But if this video gets 1,000 likes by WrestleMania Night 1, we'll do the live stream instead of a pre-recording in the premiere. There you go. The gauntlet's been laid down. Although I did have a short that got 2.7k views recently. And
there you go. You never know.
And I do appreciate the fans for tuning in and sticking around this long. We're about 47 minutes into this recording, so I think we're ready to wrap. You got any final thoughts for WrestleMania?
I just want to know, are you ready?
I said, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's get ready to suck it!